Hey guys, today's device is going to be the iPad Air 2. We're going to be installing it with the Easy Extreme. As you can see that there are V-shaped cutouts on the corners. Now these aren't made to be overlapped, but they are to be connected for a nice seamless installation. Alright guys, to start our install you want to completely remove the skin from the wax backing, and then reapply it horizontally across the middle section of the back. You want to keep the camera and all the buttons exposed, as well as the speaker and power port on the bottom. You want to use those so you can align the skin correctly. So our major points is going to be the camera and the two smaller speakers in the upper left hand corner. Once you have those aligned, you want to move towards the right side and align the speaker port as well. You don't want to tug too much because you could stretch the skin and you may have some difficulty finishing the install with near perfection. So now that we have the top all lined up, we're going to align the bottom. But as you can see, we are slightly off with our install. So in order to line it up, all you have to do is pull it over to the opposing side that it might be leaning to. Alright, our headphone jack is slightly off. So we're just going to release the tension so we're able to line up the speakers on the bottom. So now we're going to show our attention towards the headphone jack on the top. As you can see, I did some excess stretching in this corner which threw off some of the other parts of the skin. So in order to fix this, all you have to do is lightly lift it up and try to align it to your best ability. Now there may be wrinkles in the middle, and this is all due to the excess stretching that we did early on in the install. But don't worry, we can still walk out of this with a nice, clean, and perfect install. So now, after you press down the top and lower section, you want to remove the wax backing. And then from the middle out to the sides, you want to press all the wrinkles and the air pockets that might be trapped underneath the black carbon fiber. You don't want to press down the sides just yet, but you just want to remove all the air pockets from the flat surface of the back. Once all the air pockets have been removed, you can press down about 2/3 of the upper section of the side, as well as the larger sides as well. Now the section by the speakers are a little bit different. You want to try to manually align those around the corresponding speakers and the power port. Because if it is misaligned, you may have to pull it to one side or the other. But once it's nice and flush and aligned, you want to press that down firmly like we did the top, about 2/3. You want to leave all four corners slightly raised because we're going to be heating them with our hairdryer in just a few moments. Now with those corners, you want to keep them raised about a 2-inch radius around each corner. And remember, like what I said in the beginning of the video, you do not want to overlap those V-cut shapes on the corners. All you want to do is press them dead center, and they'll firmly be adhered to your device. Now you want to repeat that step with all four. But for this instance, we'll be only focusing on one corner. As you can see, the corners are now butted together. They're not overlapped. Now, continuing on with our installation steps, we're going to need our hairdryer to complete the next task. Now with the use of your hairdryer, you want to heat the corner that we've previously butted down. Now focus the heat towards that center area, and you want to press that down first. Now heating the rest of the corner, you want to rotate from one side, and then go to the other. But if you happen to run into a crease like what we did right here, all you have to do is to relift the area that might have creased during your install. Okay, once we have that area lifted, all you have to do is reheat it again. And you can see that the material will flex out to its original shape, and you're able to continue pressing it down along that side. Now heat the area around all the speakers to make sure those thin areas stick as well. Now it's on to the corner where the headphone jack is located. You want to make sure that area is pressed down for this step. Alright? That area is adhered to our device, so now continuing on with our current method, you want to butt that V cutout together by just pressing it right down the middle. Now once you butted them together, you want to grab your hairdryer again and then repeat what we've been doing. Just rotate your thumb back and forth around that corner, and it should smoothen out that side. And since that was stuck, it won't affect the headphone jack. Now it's on to our next side. It's the corner where the camera and the mics are located. It also has the lock button and the volume controls. So, this one's a little different. You want to make sure that the area around the lock button is pressed firmly and aligned correctly before we heat it, along with the other cutouts down the side. And then when you butt it together, a small area will be lifted, like as you see in this current scene. Now, like before, just heat the entire area of the corner. And then you want to just from the middle to one side to the other, rock your thumb back and forth and smooth out that corner from right to left out. There you have it, guys. This has been the install for the Easy Extreme for the iPad Air 2. Now, this particular one does have the SIM tray cutout, and it is the LTE model. As you're aware, I did have some goofs during the install of this video, especially this corner here. It was accidentally overstretched, but we were able to compensate and still come out with a nice, even install. Nice contours around all the cutouts, the buttons and speakers. Just because there might be one little goof during your install doesn't mean that the whole skin is botched. Alright guys, I hope this video was very informative and helped you install your iPad Air 2. And guys, thanks for watching.